Hey, welcome back to the channel. And this is not a off-road adventure. There's gonna be a series of other kind of videos. I'm actually on travel for the month in Taiwan, Taipei, and gonna be hanging out here with grandma and grandpa, with my in-laws, my brother-in-law. Gonna do some fun stuff and enjoy the holidays here. So I'm gonna probably be doing a lot of movies from here. I'm gonna try to just like stagger them in, so you guys don't get too bored of city stuff. But it is something completely different. If you haven't traveled to this part of the world, it's gonna be like, wow, that's different. So it's kind of cool. This is our room that we're staying in. It's even got a half a bathroom, which is kind of cool. And got some coffee. Huge office desk, which that's gonna work when we do have to homeschool the kids for about a week, so they can kind of set up their schoolwork here. It was a 14.5-hour flight. We got here this morning. It's now evening. You can see the kids. They're knocked out. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, this will be a pretty cool stay here. We'll be staying half our trip here at the hotel and then half with our family. So this will kind of help us homeschool the kids, and homeschool the kids and actually concentrate on work and not get distracted by everyone in the house. So it's got a pretty nifty bathroom. I actually love the bathroom. It's all about the bathrooms, right? Love this tub. Got the city view. Get that going. Hey, that's kind of cool. Hello. Yeah, there's the city below. Can sit in the tub, watch the traffic go by. It's even got a little TV. It's got a little waterproof remote. But it's pretty nifty. That's like fancy, like from camping in the back of the truck and showering out of my blue bucket. This thing's pretty cool. So yeah, looking forward to the stay. It's got a nifty closet, lots of mirrors. Boys are resting. It was a rough morning of homeschooling. And but anyway, here's the day view of the city. That's overlooking Taipei there. That's the stadium over there. That's the city hall down there. Looking this way is another direction. And actually the best view is out of the bathtub. You gotta check that out. See, if you're familiar with Taipei, you know that landmark right there, right? That's Taipei 101. It's pretty neat to see that. It's pretty cool. A lot of stuff going on. You can see a lot of the old neighborhood down here. Actually going to venture for lunch, but gotta thank the wife, Jackie. Thank you, baby, for the wonderful room with the view. It's one of my wife's hobbies is like collecting points and hotel rewards and such. It's pretty involved effort to make some of these weekend outings work. this is not a weekend outing. We're actually in Taiwan for the month, and visiting her family, which is always fun. We have a good time. We're staying um, in a hotel. So my wife Jackie has kind of like the higher club rating with Hyatt, the globalist rating. So we get to stay in a lot of cool places. We do it regularly back home in San Diego and Southern California, obviously. We do a lot of weekend endeavors, which is good. It's good to get out of the house. It started, during COVID. When it started to open up a tiny bit for the hotels, we started traveling just to get out of the house. But it was good, and it's her hobby, and she has fun doing it. We support it. We travel with her on all the different hotels and have fun. Some hotels are, small. They're like just like the business hotels, real basic ones. Sometimes we get upgrades. We get a suite. This one is obviously a pretty nice room, and yeah, that's her hobby. I do the dirty side of the house. I do the off-roading and the exploration and all that. Jackie does not off-road much and doesn't camp much or do exploring down dirt roads. But anyway, it's a pretty good balance that we have, and so now we're doing the thing. As far as off-road stuff, being in Taiwan, I won't have much of off-road explorations because, believe it or not, there are places to go, but off-roading isn't exactly legal in Taiwan. It's really weird. There aren't too many modified off-road vehicles like what we're used to seeing in the Southwest of America. It's pretty restricted. Also, there's a lot of vehicle inspections you need to go through to get your vehicle registered here, so it's super difficult to do any heavy mods. I've done some research on it. I guess there are, a few of those Delica vans out here that do venture out on the island, but there aren't any like designated trails or routes for off-road, so that's not happening. I do have some things scheduled with my brother-in-law. I do ride a motorcycle when I get out here. Sometimes I get my hands on one. I know we have a scooter adventure around town, around the city, which is a lot of fun. I'm gonna grab one of those electric scooters, a Gogoro, and do a lot of stuff. So looking forward to that. I don't know if I'll get my hands on a heavy bike. The weather hasn't been that great. It's a little cloudy and it's been drizzly pretty much every day so far. But it might open up. It might be nice and sunny, so we might do a ride. I do want to venture out, but there is no like off-road stuff here. So it's gonna be urban adventures. And but it's all still an adventure, so it'll be something different, if you're not used to this side of the world, the Orient. It's different, and it's a lot of fun too. Depends, how you spin it. But I have a good time doing it and exploring things, so I'm looking forward to collecting some footage and hopefully putting together some videos and things for you to see of how it's different. And but yeah, it's exploring. It's something that I've been doing since I was a kid. Started out as a little kid in the Czech Republic, as far as I remember, just walking around town by myself when I was like 7 years old or so. It was safe back then. It was the Czech Republic. It was, the kids wandered town by themselves. You just had to be home by dark. So, my exploration stuff started back then, and now I've been, ever since I started driving up in Big Bear Lake, I started getting into the off-road. And so being out here, urban exploring is still exploring. It's completely something different. We'll see what we get into. I try to, go off of the beaten path like always, just like in my off-road stuff. I want to see what I find, and like the stuff you wouldn't see on like the travel channel. You may see it. I mean, there's like people have videos and things of like the backwoods and the back alleys of places where the best food is. I'm not a food critic. I'm not a hotel critic. I'm not a vacation critic. I just love exploring, and now I bring the camera. This is where you come in. You get to see it. So we'll see what kind of stuff we can get into and what we can find. But yeah, looking forward to it, and I hope you find these following few videos I'm going to put out from Taiwan interesting. And if not, hey, switch the channel. There's plenty of other stuff. I'll make references to places, and you can look them up on other YouTube channels, or just Google it. I'm not going to go into all the crazy details, but this is my experience. Anyway, thank you for watching, and until the next adventure, which is probably in about 30 minutes, because I gotta go down there into the old part of town and find me lunch for the kids and me. Yeah, it would be the easy part would be go to 7-Eleven and get them a roast song rice ball and call it a day, but that's too easy. We gonna go find something moderately difficult. So yeah, see if I can order lunch. All right, we'll see you there.
Does anybody know what 4 divided by 5 is? You have 4 waffles and 5 people. How would you split it evenly?
Somebody's going on a diet.
No.
Be quiet.
I think it's time for recess.